Ses deneme. Hello everyone and thank you for joining us. Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Ali Murat Gürçay, and I'm the Director of Solution Consulting at CSR Groups. I lead our efforts across EMEA to help organizations transform their customer experience strategies through AI. We are here today to talk about one of the most transformative forces in our industry, that is artificial intelligence in customer experience. And we are just going to cut through the noise and just move forward from the hype to the real world impact. At CCR, we really believe in CX transformation isn't just about deploying tools. It's about crafting meaningful, measurable change. Our mission is to help businesses turn complexity into clarity, function into loyalty, and data into decisions. Whether it's navigating regional platform limitations, tailoring competitive positioning, or designing high impact webinars that actually engage, our focus is always the same: empower people, elevate experiences, and lead with strategy. AI in CX is no longer optional, but implementation is far from frictionless. So let's see how we can move from this hype to impact in real world. Well, let's start with something we all felt but rarely say out loud. AI in CX can feel, intimidating, or worse, like a buzzword we are supposed to pretend we mastered. Let's be honest, we've all been there. We've been stuck in a chatbot loop, repeating speak to an agent over and over, or receiving a personalized email that completely misses the mark. This is the disconnection between the promise of AI and the reality. But on the other side of the coin is a massive opportunity. Today, we are going to build a bridge from hype to impact. We will explore the incredible promise of AI, but more importantly, we'll tackle the real world barriers to adoption and give you a strategic framework to turn these barriers into the building blocks of exceptional CX. Well, this guy here, he is all of us, sitting at the desk, staring at the webinar title, wondering, well, if AI is just another tech trend or something we actually need to embrace. Maybe warming up the AI would be all it takes. That's the heart of today's discussion. Not just about tools and platforms, but about the mindset. We've seen the hype, predictive routing, bots that never sleep, dashboards that sparkle. But adoption isn't just about features, it's about trust, clarity, and impact. Well, if warming up to this AI thing doesn't work, we can always try bribing you with some pizza. Well, that seems to be trending actually. Well, the promise of AI in CX. I see it as with these three main pillars: personalization, speed, and scale. That's what AI brings to the CX table. First, through personalization. This isn't just about using customer's first name in an email. This is about an AI engine that understands the entire customer journey. It analyzes past purchases, recent support tickets, and even browsing behavior to anticipate needs before the customer even asks. Imagine a customer whose flight is canceled. We've all been there. Instead of them having to call you, your AI proactively messages them with three rebooking options, ready to be confirmed with a single tap or click. That's the power of AI driven personalization. By analyzing behavior, preferences, and context in real time, AI tailors interactions that resonate. Second is the incredible speed that AI brings. In today's world, now is the only acceptable answer. AI delivers this. It powers 24/7 chatbots that resolve common issues instantly. It acts as a co pilot for your human agents, feeding them the right answers in real time, drastically reducing average handle time, or AHT. This means customers get their problems solved on the first try, boosting first contact resolution rates and, more importantly, customer satisfaction. It's the difference between reacting to a customer and being ready before they even ask. Now, the third one is the massive scale. Your business wants to grow. but you can't hire a new agent for every 100 new customers. It's not sustainable. So AI allows you to scale your service without scaling your headcount linearly. Whether it's planned product launch or an unexpected service outage, an AI-powered system can handle a surge of 1,000 or even 100,000 customer queries simultaneously, providing each one with a consistent and accurate response. AI makes this possible by automating intelligently, learning continuously, and adapting across languages, channels, and customer segments. Well, let's look at some of the statistics in AI in customer service. This is from a recent research, actually. Now, the market is set to grow about to 6 billion by 2032. Customers are increasingly concerned about the use of their time. We all want speed, faster responses, and we want our sort of issues to be resolved really fast. One interesting fact is voice bots are still trailing behind chatbots. 74% of businesses use chatbots, but only 29 use conversational AI so far. That gap shows we are still in the early stages of this journey. Many are automating, but few are truly personalizing. Chatbots, they are still the most valuable assets provided by AI. About 89% of respondents says that chatbots are the most valuable AI tool in their CX strategy. That's a strong endorsement. But it also means that if you're using chatbots, we need to actually optimize them for empathy, escalation, and accuracy. We want more empathetic chatbots, and AI can do that. Now, 50% of the agents state that AI's biggest benefit is the ability to service customers 24/7. So we all know that, but this is a huge win. Uh, Data quality, I'm going to mention that a little bit more in a couple of slides coming up, but 77% of respondents says that data quality is one of the largest and biggest obstacles to implementing AI efficiently, or the data availability. Where's your data? Which data to use? And customer service agents feel that the customers are really open to being served with AI. We had all concerns. Well, are people going to adopt AI? Maybe they still want to talk to a human agent, but no, it seems like that we are really comfortable with using AI, and then the whole investment going into AI domain actually proves that. Now, the last one is interesting, actually. About almost 80% of leaders agree that human agents are not going anywhere. Now, this is one of the biggest concerns in our industry, but the research shows that there will be human agents still working alongside with AI. It's just the role is just going to change. Now, let's look at a little bit more into detail on the key obstacles on implementing this AI technology efficiently. Now, at the top, we have 77% of respondents saying that it's data quality or availability. AI is only as good as the data it learns from. Poor data hygiene undermines outcomes. We suggest that CX leaders prioritize data governance and unified customer profiles. Now, in number two, in the second spot, is finding relevant use cases. This is interesting. The organizations still don't know how to use or where to use AI. So that's interesting. They are still struggling to translate AI potential into business value. Now, these organizations needs to bridge strategy to execution. Ethical, security, and regulatory concerns come at 73% among the respondents, and this study was done recently this year among the CX leaders. Governance gaps and complex compliance fears, still adoption. We all deal with GDPR in Turkey, is KVKK, but we are really concerned about regulation and also ethical side of AI implementation. Infrastructure, technical limitations, that's something we all almost face daily in our line of work in different projects we do. 73% of respondents Fear that legacy systems and siloed architectures block scalability and integration of AI, which we see often on the old on-prem systems. Now we have challenges integrating new AI technologies to these old systems. Skills or expertise shortages. That's important statistics. Now, there are talent gaps in AI. Data science and CX orchestration, therefore, progresses slowly. We need more people, more expertise that know AI. High operational costs comes right almost at the bottom, about 67%. Yes, budget constraints and unclear ROI deter investment in this area. So this requires a clear value articulation. High costs are concern, of course, it's concern for all of us, but they're often a symptom of unclear return on investment. So we need to use clear CX metrics to justify this investment, and we know AI will help us. And lack of strategic framework, although this comes at 60%, I think this is the most important one. Without a roadmap, AI efforts remain fragmented. Organizations should have a roadmap, should have a strategy. You can't just throw AI everything. It's not working. We know that. So we need to make sure that we build cross-functional AI roadmaps tied to business KPIs. That's important. Business KPIs. So here's another statistic. Actually, these actually looking at it from a different. The question was slightly different in this one, but this is basically the obstacles to AI adoption in CX. So on top here, about 64% is still the data and privacy and security issues. So data concerns are big among the organizations when they're adapting AI. So we need to think about that. It's data. It's not the cost. It's not the technical limitations. It's the data. Whether it's customer data, compliance, or cybersecurity, trust is the currency of AI. We need to trust. Without it, adoption stalls always. Employee concerns about AI at 49%. This is about the fear of job replacement. Although CX leaders think that human and AI will work together, yes, but the people who are in the field on the CX, they are worried about job replacement. But AI isn't just a technical shift, it's a cultural one. So these are all valid concerns. But we need to communicate, educate, and co-create and exist with AI together. Well, 34% of the respondents talk about the hallucinations, which we all talk about now. It's a little bit more technical, but it's increasingly visible. We are worried about the wrong answers, misleading outputs, and especially in customer-facing roles. So this information here actually is very interesting, but about 21% of the respondents says the customers don't want to interact with bots. So this is pretty low actually, only down to 21. So this actually supports the previous research that the people are comfortable using AI in CX. So let's move on some of the challenges that we see. Where AI stumbles. Now, I basically listed 5 major issues that I really feel should be addressed. Now, first is data fragmentation and context loss. Now, that's important. Your data is in silos. We know that. The AI asks for an order number, but the order system and the CRM don't talk to each other. The context is lost, and the customer has to repeat themselves. And solving this is about 80% of the battle. And my colleague Oktay will mention about how this data fragmentation can be solved in a short while. Integration with legacy systems. Yes, companies still run on old systems built about 10, 20 years ago, but these systems of record are reliable. Yes, they still work, but they were not built for the age of real-time APIs. We all face this. I'm sure there are technical attendees here that been trying to integrate these systems with APIs, but it just doesn't work, or there's no way to do that. Connecting a modern AI platform to a legacy backend is often the most complex and costly part of an implementation. Model drift and multilingual accuracy. Now, that is a concern with AI. This is a challenge. An AI model is not static. It needs constant tuning. So it's not like you can set up an AI model and wish that it will work forever. No, you need to tune it constantly. The reasons customers contact you today will be different in 6 months. This model drift can lead to a decreased accuracy. Furthermore, achieving high accuracy across multiple languages, dialects, and slang is a constant resource intensive challenge. We have customers using different dialects, and especially in some parts of the world, there are many multiple languages are spoken in a country or in a region, and the CX managers should account for this, and AI needs to be optimized for this. Real-time constraints and latency is the fourth one. So this is in a voice conversation, for example, a delay of even 300 milliseconds is noticeable and feels unnatural. We've seen it with voice bot demos out there in videos. The ones that really make a difference are the ones that really overcome this latency. The AI must receive the audio, transcribe it, understand the intent, query multiple databases, formulate a response, and convert it back to speech. Now, all in the blink of an eye. Meeting all these real time latency demands is a massive engineering feat. And the fifth one is the compliance, privacy, and regulation issues. GDPR in Europe and other regulatory bodies around the world are actually governing how you can use your customer data. Where is your AI model hosted? We get this question very often here in Istanbul, in Turkey. Where is your LLM hosted? Is it in Turkey or is it overseas in Europe? Where is? Are you storing sensitive personal information? A failure in compliance isn't just a technical problem, by the way. It's an existential business risk. So that's a big technical challenge that we can list. Well, how do you solve these things? Or, I'm just going to give a brief highlight on these. What is the solution? What's the suggestion actually from expert like ourselves? Well, first, we don't know where to start. The question is, where do we start? Well, the solution is start small and scale smart. Start small and scale smart. We advise organizations not to automate your entire contact center on day one. That's not possible. Or identify a single high impact use case. A great place to start is an FAQ chatbot for your 10 most common inquiries. Measure its success and improve on it. Did it reduce call volumes? Did CSAT scores improve? Use the proven ROIs to get buy-in for your next project. The second is the human in the loop design, dehumanizing the customer experience. We don't want to do that. You need to integrate human in the loop. The human in the loop approach will enhance automation by including human insights and oversight. So that's important. Don't leave everything to AI. Now, let AI handle repetitive, predictable tasks like password resets, order status checks. This frees up your human agents to focus on what they do best, handling complex, emotionally charged situations that require empathy and critical thinking. Now, empathy and critical thinking are important because AI and humans are much better working together. We need humans to interact with in certain instances and AI in others. The third, perhaps the most critical barrier is the data, fragmented data landscape. As I mentioned before, your building block is a unified data foundation. You need to unify data. You need to have this data so AI can work on it. AI is only as smart as the data it can access. I'll say this again. AI is only as smart as the data it can access. Investing in a strategy to create a single 360-degree view of your customer is not just an IT project. It's the fundamental prerequisite for any meaningful AI personalization. By starting smart, augmenting your people, and unifying your data, you move from being paralyzed by barriers to actively building a foundation for success. Now, I want to put out there now, I'll mention about this positive cycle. The statistics suggest that as organizations become more adept with AI, they are better able to leverage it to enhance the employee experience. This often creates a positive cycle. Increased AI adoption leads to better employee support, which improves the employee satisfaction and customer service. This in turn drives better business results, encouraging further AI adoption and improvements. So positive cycle is something that we all should think about, how this all affects each other. The future of AI in CX. Well, I think, there are many different views out there that say AI going to take over everything and AI is going to do this, or some say no, AI is not going to do anything. It's just a big hype. No, I think there are three main things on there. AI will be more autonomous. When I'm saying autonomous, we are going to moving past basic automation. Autonomous AI means proactive, self-healing customer journeys where the system detects friction and resolves it before escalation. Example, imagine a telco customer stuck in a billing loop. Autonomous AI can detect repeated failed attempts, trigger a callback, and route them to a specialized agent without the customer lifting a finger. Second, predictive. AI will move from reacting to customer needs to anticipating now. We are already working on that predictive routing, predictive analysis, but prediction is going to be the big thing. Uh, Predicting AI doesn't wait. It anticipates. It uses behavioral patterns, historical data, and real-time signals to guide the journey. Example, if a customer frequently contacts support after upgrading their plan, Predict AI can proactively offer onboarding tips or flag potential confusion before the call even happens. And the last one is the human aware. The future AI will understand not just the words a customer uses, but their sentiment, tone, and emotional state. That's where the empathy comes in. I mean, this is where AI gets truly transformative. Once it will human aware AI understands not just what customers say, but how they say it, their tone, sentiment, emotional state. Now that's going to be the next big step for AI in CX. A frustrated customer typing in all caps, for example, in a chatbot. Human aware AI can detect urgency, soften the bot's tone, and escalate to a live agent with context, preserving empathy and trust. Because we know if someone types in caps, that customer is probably upset or angry about something. So these three things, autonomous, predictive, and human aware, these are going to be the true future of AI in CX. Well, there's still time. Don't worry. You can still catch up. I mean, if you look at the adoption timeline, people think AI is critical. 27% of the respondents, CX, that think is critical today, but in 2 3 years, 70% will think that's. But that's good news. There's still time, so you can shape your AI strategy. Uh, but waiting for AI to be perfect or proven is like waiting for the internet to stabilize in 1999. You know, the leaders are already building, testing, and learning. The growth is phenomenal. The expected growth is 192%. This is huge. So AI is going to be there. And today, only 11% of companies are saying they are highly effective at using to deliver human-like conversation. 11%. We are still at the beginning, still at the start. AI is moving from optional enhancement to foundational infrastructure. It's becoming the nervous system of CX, routing, predicting, personalizing, and optimizing in real time. In telco, AI-driven routing can reduce wait times by about 30%, while sentiment analysis can flag churn risk before it happens. These aren't future features, they are current capabilities. Time to lead is now. People are investing in it. 83% of respondents that the AI will set them apart. This is a big, big percentage. 59% expect to boost customer value, loyalty, and lifetime value. And 57 anticipate it will improve financial performance of organizations, which is almost 60%. And every business is out there to make money. So this is a very interesting statistics. But here's the key. AI adoption isn't just about deploying tools, like I said, it's about integrating them across both customers and employee experiences. Your employees also needs to embrace AI, as we've seen in the positive cycle before. That's where the transformation really happens. So, couple takeaways. I'm gonna pass it on to Oktay now, and he's gonna talk a little bit more detail about CX and EX and get into details. But there are three main things again. Start with a strategy, not technology. Too often AI adoption starts with the wrong question. What tool should we buy? Instead, we should ask, where are our customers are struggling? How can AI help solve these problems? Technology should always follow strategy. Now, not lead it. Technology in should always follow strategy, not lead it. That's how we ensure relevance, impact, and return on investment. Focus on augmentation, not just automation. Use AI to make your human agents smarter, faster, like the tools like copilots that we have out there. They assist agents currently. AI isn't here to replace your agents. It's here to empower them. Smarter routing, real-time insights, predictive support, these tools make your people faster, sharper, and more valuable. Acknowledge the technical debt. Be honest about your data. Your legacy systems have a good look. Let's be honest, many organizations are sitting on legacy systems, fragmented data, compliance hurdles. Ignoring that won't make it go away. A successful AI strategy is built on foundation of technical excellence. You got to have technical honesty, clean data, scalable infrastructure, and governance. They are not optional, they are foundational. The data needs to be clean. So, I'm going to wrap it up with this sentence that I think is very powerful and it's very relevant to what we've been talking about. The question is no longer if AI belongs in your strategy. It's how fast and how well you can make it work for you. So time is now. And having said that, I'm going to pass the torch to my colleague Oktay here, and he's going to be talking a little bit more about the EX and CX link. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ali Murat. Appreciate it. It was a good presentation. I'd like to continue from where you left. You've been talking a lot about agentic or AI agents effect to the employee and customer experience. So I'd like to start with this slide, showing the link between the employee experience and customer experience. So if you look at the employee experience or the EX, this is the journey of your employees inside the organization, like how satisfied they are and how loyal they feel, how engaged they are with your company. And this is really shaped with the tools and technology that they use every day, and whether the environment promotes respect and collaboration. On the other side, the CX or the customer experience is the journey that your customers take with your brand. So this is like the awareness through every interaction from the initial sale until the post-support experience. So it's more about the feelings of your customers. What do they feel valued? Do they feel understood or supported from your company? And the link here is actually simple. When employees, they have a great experience, they will bring that energy to your customers. So like a strong employee experience creates a strong customer experience. And together they drive your loyalty and your growth. I'm going to talk about this more in the next slide. So here, you need to be careful when you're choosing an AI solution. I know that many here, they already maybe choose an AI solution. They are using anything with a chatbot or something else. But what is really important when choosing an AI solution is something that can be tightly embedded and integrated with your current CCaaS solution. So with your contact center as a service cloud solution. So it should be natively built. What do I mean by the natively built? Well, like Ali Murat was experiencing, if you want like autonomous agents, they need to have an access to your previous interactions, to your previous data, reporting, your CRM data. You cannot just pick one of these open sources and go ahead and build on top of it. It will not use. It needs to be built for a purpose. So really something that is tightly integrated with whatever solution that you're using can give you this optimized agent to customer interactions. It should also, the solution that you're using, your CCaaS solution, should also support like multiple AI models. So maybe you already have an AI model and you need an ability to integrate your AI model with your CCaaS solution. So your CCaaS solution should allow you to add a third-party large language model for your automation and orchestrations. Also, the solution that you choose, it should be easily to deploy. So it should be like moreover easy without the help of IT support. Maybe it should include some of these pre-built templates, like out-of-the-box templates that will reduce the complexity and enable you like quickly to integrate it without heavy lifting from the IT. So like templates, like let's say like a support representative, a ticket seller, I don't know, ice cream seller, whatever, like some ready templates that you can directly deploy and start testing and build on top of it, do some changes and redeploy it. And moreover, the last but not least, it should be secure and compliant. So what do I mean by secure and compliant? You need a way to tell your bot what it can talk, what it cannot talk about. So you need to deploy the boundaries, the security boundaries, and not just with the customers, including with the agent experience. Let's say like you're summarizing the call. You have like a 20-minute voice call and you're a supervisor, you're trying to listen to the call. You need to spend 20 minutes to understand what happened or what this call was about. So AI can help you summarize this to like two paragraphs with a sentence what this call was about. But sometimes this may include some sensitive P1, P2 informations, like let's say credit card numbers, social security numbers. So you may want to tell AI, hey, please don't include those type of sensitive information into those summarizations. Now moving to the next slide. Here, actually, as you can see, as of January 2025, there are like more than 35,000 models in production. Think about it, 35,000 large language models, choose one of them. So how do you choose? It really is not one size fit for all. It doesn't work this way. I'm seeing like people going there with ChatGPT. ChatGPT was not built for a call center solution. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution. ChatGPT and like DeepSeek and the others, they are not tuned for call centers. It needs to have like a strategic model for the CCaaS solution, not just like talking with your customers. It should be able to help your agents with their next best actions, summarizations, also intent detection, and just like Ali Murat was telling, learn from all what happened and get better and better automatically by each day. Also, your CCaaS solution should be able to include those third-party purpose-trained LLM. So let's say if you have a LLM that you build it for a specific purpose of your company, the CCaaS solution that you're using should allow you to attach it to your solution and use it. That's also important, and it should be flexible with quick implementation. Now on the next slide, I'm going to tell you like more what I mean by this. So in this slide, you can this shows the business value of AIs that's purpose built for both customer and employee experience. So here you can see like there are like 4 pillars: automation, augmentation, personalization, and optimization. So these pillars, they include both your customer's experience and your employee experience. So if you look at the automation, it reduces the costs by maximizing your self-service and also being like available 24/7. Augmentation helps your employees. It helps them in the moment, like cutting down the transfers and making them more effective by helping them with all next best actions and feeding them with some informations through an ongoing calls. Personalization, on the other side, it ensures that your customers, they get like seamless and empathetic experiences. And of course, this will increase the engagements with your customers. And finally, the optimization, it uses the continuous improvement to remove any bottlenecks that may happen. So on the bottom line, these translates into 2 big returns: efficiency and loyalty. So efficiency through more automated conversations and more productive agents, and then loyalty by increasing your both the customer and employee retention. This means like lower service costs, stronger growth, reduced rehiring expenses, and this is all driven by AIs that is tuned for customer and employee experience. So now I'm gonna try to show you into this detailed slide. Sorry, it's a bit complicated slide, but I try to be like descriptive. So let me try to walk you through this framework. I'm talking about this agentic framework in the center. So at the center, we're talking about an AI-powered experience orchestration. So the goal is to bring together the customer and employee experiences in a unified way. This is our goal, having the customers and the employees work together. So on the customer side, this means for the customers a smarter, more personalized interactions. This can be through predictive routing, engagements, or virtual agents. That's what the customer gets. And on the employee side, on the right side, here the focus is on augmentation, like giving agents and supervisor co-pilots. So this was something that was being talked by the Ali Murad. So co-pilots that can surface the right information at the right time, recommend next best action, and handle repetitive tasks in the background. This means less time searching for answers or filling out forms, and more time focusing on complex and meaningful interactions. Ultimately, it improves the productivity, reduces the burnout of your agents, and actually makes the job more rewarding. So all of this is driven by what we call an agentic framework. It's not just execution, it's reasoning, planning, coordination, governance, all included together. You can think it as an intelligence layer that ensure that AI isn't just reactive, but proactive and responsible. That's what we want. Not just reactive, proactive and responsible. That's the whole purpose of this conference that we're having. So the framework includes things like sentiment and empathy detection. It includes intent mining, predictive modeling, anomaly detection. These are not standard tools. They work together to continuously learn, adapt, and optimize the outcomes for both sides of the interactions, not just customer, but for the agent side as well. So importantly, trust is very important here. So you need to have the guardrails, permissions, privacy, transparency. These are all essential requirements. And underneath it all, we have like a mix of these models, from open source to proprietary, even to foundation models. So the platform is flexible and future-proof. This is what I was talking about. So if you have a model and you want to add this model, this should be supported by your CCaaS platform. It should be flexible enough to allow you to add this model and to integrate to this agentic framework. So finally, it all ties back to the enterprise ecosystem, your data, your workflows, and your content. And by integrating this with your systems, maybe like Salesforce, ServiceNow, and the others, we can make sure that this isn't just a new enhances and accelerates the entire experience.
Well, thank you very much, Oktay, for that insight. It's been great. Well, okay, we are almost out of time now. I know, but if you don't know where to start, if you don't know, okay, now this all made me confusing, and let's please reach out to us. We can definitely help you as CCR, and not on the technical level, but strategizing and building that roadmap for you guys. And we'll be glad to do that. You can visit our website, or you can contact us in other means. We'll be glad to offer you this opportunity assessment to see how you can utilize these AI, strategize, and where to start. Like I said, let's start small, but start smart. Thank you very much, everyone. It's been great.